Hey, Wild fans. Glad to be joined today as we continue to catch up with 2019 2020 Iowa Wild players. We head down to Florida to check on Brandon Duhaime and his beach pod. What's up, buddy?
Not bad. It's been good. Just trying to stay safe in these times, and training as much as I can, and trying to stay prepared for whenever the season's going to be.
How is it in Florida? Depending on what you read, who you ask, it seems to be life is normal from what I understand.
Yeah. So I mean, there's new reports every day of being the highest COVID spot in America, and sometimes you read stuff and say the statistics are fake, and you just never know what to believe. And I'm just doing my best to always wear my mask and be cautious of highly populated areas, and trying to stay safe in that sense.
How's the training going?
It's good. My gym actually has been open for a while now. They're taking all the precautions, and rinks are starting to open back up. So I'm getting on the ice a little bit here and there, once or twice a week, and in the gym every day, doing the little things to kind of stay healthy and as prepared as possible.
Are there other guys, NHL guys, American Hockey League guys that you're training with? Do you just use your personal trainer from maybe the last few years? Take us through sort of that process.
So I'm at a gym. It's Mike Barwis's gym, Barwis Methods, and I think he's got 3 gyms: one in Michigan, one in Deerfield Beach here, and then one in Port St. Lucie in Florida as well. And there's a good chunk of NHL guys down here. It's a pro group, so you can be training with NFL guys, NBA guys, MLB guys, and it's good to work with other sports like that and kind of see the little things that they do to stay at the top of their game, and it's a pretty good group.
Yeah, I was going to ask you next. What jumps out about the other sports, the athletes at the top of their profession, but not necessarily hockey? Anything in particular that you sort of noticed?
Yeah, just the extra work that they put in to kind of level out their craft. And if it's an NFL guy, he's working on little hand drills after workouts, after the weightlifting stuff. They're just doing little stuff for their position that you can tell that's what makes them great.
How much did you enjoy Des Moines, Iowa this year?
Oh, I loved it. Anyone that asks, they're all the stereotype of the American Hockey League is that it's a little bit tougher, but I absolutely loved Des Moines and the small city feel, and it was a lot like when I was making decisions to go to colleges, and I didn't want to go to that big school. I wanted to go to a smaller community that you really know people, and it was nice. It was nice having the chance to be in Iowa.
Now, you went to Providence College. Tim Army, your head coach, also went there. He makes that very well known.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of the business from your teammates, the fact you were also an alum of the same school as your head coach, and maybe took it a little easier on you because
yeah. There was always those subtle jabs that the guys would throw at me, that's for sure.
The season for you, how would you sum it up? How much did you learn? Obviously, from my opinion, the coaching staff, people I talked to, your development was huge in year one as a pro. How do you feel about your rookie season?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Just as far as the development goes, I just like having a chance to play so many more games versus college where you're playing 40 games, and this year we played 60 something. So it was nice to implement the things that you work on in practice more often in the games, and I really liked that that process, and I think it was just getting started for us, and as a team, obviously we were planning on going for a pretty good run there, but personally, I think my game is it's better fit for playoffs and that type of environment. So I feel like I would have excelled.
You've got a power forward style to your game and your approach. Is there an NHL player today or growing up that you really like to watch and thought, I could kind of fill this role?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of guys that you look at, and when you're watching let's say the Wild play, you look at guys and what they do and those little things. But I feel like bits and parts of a lot of players' games is what I try to take from not so much one guy as much as the little things that other guys do.
Did you expect to fight as much as you did in your rookie season?
I mean, I didn't plan it going in and saying I was going to fight all the time, but I definitely knew I was more than willing to fight, and it's honestly like a little bit of a fun part of the game that I enjoy, and I like to either whether if it's sticking up for myself or sticking up for a teammate. I just feel like it's a part of my game that's there. I don't want to make it my main attribute, but it's something that I like to mix in there.
Ended up finishing second amongst all rookies in the AHL in penalty minutes. Is fighting an area something you can work on, or I guess I should say, how do you work on that to make sure that you're staying sharp or improving that part of your game when it's called upon?
Yeah, I've never really worked on it before, but this summer they in my gym it's connected to an MMA gym, and it's all the same. It's called the Sanford MMA, and there's always like high level, like super high level UFC guys in there, and sometimes they come in and work out in our workout group. So I'm definitely a little closer to season. I'm definitely going to pick their brain and see if they'd be willing to kind of show me a few things.
Your favorite place to eat in your hometown? Now, let's pretend that everything's open. You can go wherever you want. You're down in Parkland, Florida. Where are you going to eat?
It's Moon Thai. It's called Moon Thai. It's a little sushi spot just in Coral Springs there that me and my family like going to a lot. We're ordering out from there. So,
how often do you eat sushi?
Oh, 3-4 times a week. It's definitely my guilty pleasure.
Best spot in Des Moines for sushi?
What is it called? It's in West Des Moines. The guys go. I can't remember the name of it, but it's I can't remember the name of it, but it's right on West Des Moines. If I remember, I'll throw it out there.
You guys go as a large group usually?
Yeah, usually 4 or 5 guys will pop in there. Sometimes 10, sometimes just by myself. So,
who eats the most sushi in one sitting from the Iowa Wild?
I might take the reins on that. Honestly, I'm a 4, 5, 6 roll kind of guy. So, I don't know if anyone can top that, but I'm sure I'll take the title.
Every chance you get to go outside in Florida, are you taking advantage of it? I mean, again, staying safe, but are you trying to enjoy the weather? Do you surf, or what do you do?
Doing a lot of golfing. The golf courses have done a good job of kind of taking the precautions and all the social distancing stuff. I mean, you're not really touching anyone on the golf course, so it's a little bit easier to stay safe there. Yeah, a lot of golf. That's been my main hobby, shooting pucks out here. Just hanging in the backyard. Nothing too crazy though.
Lastly, give us your favorite golfer on the PGA Tour right now.
Favorite golfer? Oh, I'm not into it like that. But if I had to pick a favorite golfer, it'd probably be Tiger. I don't know if he's playing right now, but watched a few documentaries on him, and he's pretty incredible. So
you play, but you don't really watch when it's on TV?
Yeah, no. I'm not that into it. I mean, I just bought new clubs. I'm getting into it a little more, but yeah, it's more so just a little downtime thing.
All right, nice catching up with you, buddy. We'll see you when the 2020-2021 season gets kicked off. Nice catching up with you.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, Wild fans. Brandon Duhaime, always nice to see you. As always, keep it real and stay safe.